Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Michele with From 9 to Thrive, and it is another episode of Transformational Thursday. Today, we're going to talk about dealing with those naysayers, how to handle doubt from friends and family. You've got that one relative or that one friend that just doesn't get what you're doing. And so, we're going to talk about how you can still be inspiring and motivated to keep going and how to handle these naysayers. Have you ever been so excited to share with your business idea with a friend or a family member, and then you hear them say, wow, that's risky. Are you sure that's a good idea? Or shouldn't you just stick with that stable job and be happy? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. So let's talk about how to handle this doubt and negativity without letting it hold you back. So, why do friends and family doubt your business dreams? There's lots of reasons why. They love you and they want you to be safe. Most naysayers aren't trying to sabotage you. They're afraid for you. They value security over opportunity, and because entrepreneurship and starting a business is uncertain, they see it as a risk. So they think they're trying to protect you by pointing out all of these reasons why you shouldn't do this. They also don't understand the entrepreneurial mindset. Most people are conditioned to believe that success equals a steady paycheck, benefits, climbing the corporate ladder. And the idea of building something from scratch and building something that is theirs is foreign or sounds almost impossible to them. If you're like, part of the reason why you're here is you probably had one of those, what I call the Peggy Lee moments. Is that all there is? We've been climbing these corporate ladders, and then, as the saying goes, I realized that the ladder was against the wrong building. And so they don't get that we keep looking out the window thinking there is more out there and I want to go get it. Another reason why they're being naysaying and negative is your growth as a person and what you're doing can make them uncomfortable. When you start to grow and evolve, it can trigger some insecurities in other people. They may feel that they're being left behind, that you're going to move on without them, or they feel guilty about not pursuing their own dreams. Who knows what is making them uncomfortable, but your success, your stepping out of the comfort zone is making them uncomfortable, and they don't know how to deal with that. You're going to hear some common things from people, and let's talk about how you're going to respond to these. You should just be grateful you have a job. How many of you have heard that one? And here's a suggested response. I am grateful, but I also know I am capable of more. I want to create something I love, and I want to control my own future. I think that's a fair statement. And I think that if it resonates with you and that's what you want to do, I think that's a valid response. Another thing people will say is most businesses fail. What if you lose everything? Well, to be honest, I think most of us have that fear. But here's what we need to say to that and to ourselves when we hear ourselves saying this. All success comes with some level of risk. I'm creating a plan to minimize those risks and grow strategically. What about this one? Have you heard this one? You don't have the experience or skills for that. Yeah, I know. Here's a suggestion on how to respond. No one starts out as an expert. I'm investing in learning and surrounding myself with people who can help me grow. Right? That's what we're doing every day. We're taking those little micro steps forward and learning how to do something better every day. Here's another one. It's too risky. What about your bills? Well, I have a financial plan in place and I'm not quitting my job overnight. I'm building my business smartly and responsibly. Right? I'm not telling you to step out and quit your job today. We're putting together a plan and that's what we're working on. Let's get our heads into that right mindset. Not everyone will get it, and that's okay. But we need to understand, what are we going to do when they don't get it? Number one, we're just going to accept that some people won't support you. Bottom line, there are just going to be people who won't buy into what you're trying to do. And not everybody is meant to understand your vision. And that's okay. You don't need validation from everyone. Separate their fears from your reality. Just because they are afraid doesn't mean you should be. Their experiences don't define your future. What they're bringing into the conversation is things that have occurred to them. They're bringing their baggage into the conversation. Just mentally have them check that baggage at the door and deal with what you can control. We say this a lot. Remember, most successful entrepreneurs were told no. J.K. Rowling was rejected, 12 times before Harry Potter got published? Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for TV. So come on, you guys just keep on going and keep on thriving. There are strategies that you can do to minimize the negativity that comes in and surrounds you. And to do that in some ways of making sure that you are protecting yourself. You're putting a little bubble around yourself. Not that you're putting your head in the sand, and not that you're saying, I'm just not going to hear anything. There's a way that we can set boundaries with these naysayers. You can limit conversations about your business with your unsupportive people. So when you go to family gatherings and Aunt Sally is there and she's constantly telling you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, just don't talk to her about your business. If she asks about the business, you can just say it's going fine and just change the subject. If they constantly are bringing up negativity, stop discussing your business with them. Because if the more you hear that, the more likely you're going to start to believe it. So don't let them tell you stuff. Just change the subject. Protect your energy. That's what we're all talking about here. Protect your energy. Put that force field around you. And you don't have to prove to yourself to anyone. You are just doing what you're doing and trying to be the best you can be and make those forward steps every day. Let your success speak for itself. And sometimes we just have to set boundaries with family. If, a relative keeps discouraging, say, you know what? I appreciate your concern, but I'd rather focus on solutions than your doubts. And then, you know what? Maybe you don't go to family reunion. Maybe you make sure that you don't sit by Aunt Sally at Thanksgiving. Things that you can do to avoid and set those boundaries. Protect your energy, protect your vision, and protect your dream. And how are you going to do that? Well, not only are you going to set boundaries to keep the negativity out, but you're going to start to forage and make sure that you are finding and building a support system to lift you up, bring in that positivity. Surround yourself with like-minded people like us. Find mentors. Head over to the From 9 to Thrive Facebook community group. Like-minded entrepreneurs. What are we dealing with? How can we do it? Hey, you know what? I got up and I published a blog today. Yay! We will all celebrate your wins. Seek out that encouragement. If you don't have a supportive circle yet, if your family or significant other isn't supporting you, find it somewhere else. Listen to podcasts. Read about entrepreneur success stories. Remind yourself it's possible. Just surround yourself. Find and seek out those things that bring you positivity. And what's interesting is when you go to look for positivity, guess what? You'll find it. If you go to look for negativity, you will find that as well. So you might as well just go look for positivity. Find accountability partners and masterminds. I can't tell you how much value I have gotten out of being part of a mastermind. Not only is it a place that I can go with, hey, this isn't working on this platform, and can you tell me what setting I'm supposed to have, or how can I update something on my website? But it's also, hey, can you guys take a look at this and see if I'm totally off base? And it's another thing is you throw something out there of, hey, I'm going to publish a brand new podcast, and you set it, you put it out there, and guess what? I did. So the From 9 to Thrive podcast is out there because not only because I said I was going to do it, but I put it out there in the public in my mastermind. And then that held me accountable to not only the mastermind, but to myself. And I made sure I did that. Here's another thing. Get yourself a mentor or a coach, somebody that isn't going to drag you down, but is going to give you the what you need to hear sometimes, and but also gives you the I hear what you're doing and I celebrate your wins with you. There are lots of mentors that you can find. You can head over to from9tothrive.com and you can schedule a coaching session. I'm here. I'm here to support you. I have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs get through their stages, launch their businesses, grow their businesses, and have encouraged them along the way. And it's been exciting to see those successes. When you need to be confident and you need to step out and figure out, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Let's talk about steps that you can take to remain confident and positive. We say this all the time. Write down your why. Put it up on the wall. Whenever you feel discouraged, come back to your reason why you are doing this. That should keep you motivated. Again, celebrate every win, no matter how small. Every sale, every new follower, every lesson learned is a step forward. Limit your exposure to negativity. Unfollow negative people on social. Spend time with those people who uplift you. Don't watch the news. Go be around people who lift you up and not make you feel bad about yourself or guilty about doing something other than your traditional 9 to 5 path. Also, keep learning and improving. Learn something new. I have a goal that I start with every year that I'm going to do something scary every month. I don't know what that is, but at the first part of the month, I have to find something that really challenges me and scares me to do. And they build on each other. So by the time the year is done, I have done 12 scary things. And it has moved me forward and helped me grow. But you can read books, take a course, invest in your growth. Knowledge builds confidence. The more you know, the more confident you will be. So when was the last time you had to be around a naysayer? Who's your biggest naysayer? And how have you handled it? Did you handle it right? Did you handle it well? Did you handle it badly, poorly? I mean, what did you do? What I want you to do is understand that naysayers will always exist, but their doubts don't have to become your reality. Set one boundary today with a naysayer. That's my challenge for you today. I'm going to encourage you to set that boundary. Or if you're not ready to set that boundary and put that in place, reach out to a person who inspires you and say, hey, can I buy you a cup of coffee? Can I just grab 15 minutes of your time? There is a lot of information over at From 9 to Thrive, tips and strategies to help you escape your 9 to 5 and really start to build that life that you want. So I encourage you to spend some time over there. Sign up for the newsletter. Keeps you in the know every Friday. To the best of my ability, I send out a newsletter. We recap the things that we talked about over the week, and I throw in a little sprinkles of encouragement along the way. In the meantime, I am Michele from 9 to Thrive, and I hope you guys have a great Thursday. You guys keep thriving. We'll talk to you later.